This video illustrates how to use file upload in a flow. And I've also added some error handling, and I'm showing you how to attach it to a record. Okay, so here is the flow. It's pretty simple. The date is today's date. It defaults to that, but you can change it if you want to. You just select an account, and then you can upload the file. Now, say we forget to upload the file. This cannot be made required at this point, this element. So I've added some error handling. So you can see that it'll tell the user that the file was not successfully uploaded. And they can go back and then they can find their receipt. They can do this on a phone, and it'll access the phone's camera so that they can take a picture right then and there. Okay, so there's that. And then it tells us that there's a success. Okay, so how did we do this? Okay, first I'm going to give you a bit of background. Whenever a file is uploaded, it is uploaded into this object. The actual file itself is in this object content version. Content document is the parent, and there is an ID there that we are going to use, the content document ID. There's also an object that is not shown on here. It's a junction object that relates the file uploaded to the record, to a record, any type, almost any type of record, an account record, etc. And there's the junction object is called content document link. So we are going to create a record on that object so that it relates it to the account. Okay, so let's go here. Here is the flow, and the initial screen has a date input, which is defaulted to today's date right here. The account is using a choice collection that we've created earlier. I'll show you that in a minute, called IP account. I'm sorry, it's called list of accounts. So, so this is a pick list, and when the user selects one of these accounts, the ID is going to go into this variable IP account, input pick list account. And right here, we're telling the element, the element that we want it to be a pick list. We want the choice to be list of accounts right there. And so that it knows what it's going to display. I'm going to show you a list of accounts right now. So it's a record choice set from object account. It is displaying everything, all the records where the name does not equal null, which is all of them. It's sorting it by the account name, and then configuring the choices. The user will see what's here in the label. They're going to see the account name. And when they select one of the accounts, we're going to store the ID of that account. Okay. So let's go back here and let's talk about this file upload element. Now there's nowhere here that allows us to make it required. So as I said, we needed to add error handling on that. But what we are doing here is we're saying no, false to allowing multiple files. Just allow them to upload one at a time. And I had to leave these blank. Okay, so we do want to collect those content document IDs somehow, but we needed to go down here and collect them as an output value. So content document IDs will go into this collection variable that I have created called created content document IDs. It must be a collection, okay? You can't just have a single text variable that it outputs to. For some reason, we need to do that. So it's a text collection variable. Okay, I'll show it to you right here. The text collection variable is very simple. Data type text, allow multiple values because it's a collection. Okay, so at the end of this screen, we have a date, input date type date. This one, we have IP account, and we have IF receipt upload. Those three. Okay, so right here, we are going to determine how many files were uploaded. This is important. We need to make sure that it's not 0. Okay, so number of files uploaded is a number variable that defaults to 0. And we're putting it into the count of this collection resource that we've created, created content document IDs. Okay, so if it's, here's the decision. Was the file uploaded? No, if the number of files uploaded equals 0. Yes, otherwise. So if the file was not uploaded, we're going to give the user an error message and allow them to try again. If it was uploaded, we need to loop through the collection. So here's that collection variable again, created content document IDs. We're going to loop through it. Okay, the first time is the only time, but that's what we're doing. So, so what we're doing is creating a record of type content document link, and we're setting the content document ID equal to the current one that we're on in the loop. And the linked entity ID is the record ID of the account that we selected in the first screen. Okay, and then I just created an output variable that is the ID of the record created, the new record created, the content document link record. Okay, so if it's successful, it'll give a success message. If not, it'll give an error message.